Okay, so made our start into Warframe. Obviously, everything so far has been mostly self-explanatory, but it's time for us to continue. Restore the ship's comms. It's going to require us to interact with this lovely thing and do our very first mission, Boar's Prize. Bit of a tutorial in how we select missions. You can see how big this is. You can't actually see all of the different places we're going to be going to, which is kind of cool now that I'm looking at this. There's going to be a place over here. There's going to be a place over here. There's going to be a place doing like an orbit. Oh man, there's so much to do. Let's get it on. Yeah, let's get into this. Let's go. Okay, so we're actually in a real mission now. So we should see, as we go around, as we defeat enemies, you see that little grey bar underneath where it says MK1 Bratton. We'll start filling up now. Let's see if we can take this guy down, take this guy down. Here we go, look, we'll fill it up a tiny little bit. And that is going to improve the level of the weapon. Now, on weapons specifically, that will increase the capacity. Hopefully, I'll be showing you guys that later. On your Warframes, however, it will improve stats, so your abilities will get stronger, you'll get like more shield, more health, this kind of thing. So bear that in mind. Something else to note is the weapon that levels up is relative to the one that's being used, so if we switch to our later look, that has not leveled up, and neither will House Scanner. We'll bring this out. Now, there's a pretty cool, let's go with mechanic, where when you're in a party, if someone else is using their sidearm, you'll gain some sidearm affinity as long as you're like within a certain distance of them. So like if you're on opposite sides of the map, not going to work. But if you're like within a certain range, there's like a symbol that shows, and I can't remember what it looks like, but basically if you're close to other players, you'll gain... Why didn't it not let me through? That's real weird. You'll gain affinity that way. In addition, so your Warframe will pretty much always... I probably should explain what I just did there. So you see that big yellow thing there? If that goes off, an alarm will sound, so you want to come and slide under in the water. So if you press your LB button, I don't know what it is on PC, but if you press your LB button, you'll slide, go underneath the middle. What was I saying? Ah yes, your Warframe should just naturally gain affinity anyway. So even though I haven't done anything with the Warframe, you can see the Warframe top right there has gained some experience. In addition, if we use powers, it'll gain affinity faster, because it'll gain affinity for using the power and defeating the enemy. That's just telling you that is a tool tip. Okay, we can loot this. Like we're broke as hell right now, so we want to like be taking everything we see. Gone. So this is the equivalent to a spy mission, which is actually probably one of the best ways to level earlier on, because there is an easy spy mission on Earth, and it's 3,000 affinity apart. It's really not too bad, and you can get some pretty good rewards from them as well. Do mine. Excuse me. Bro. Oh man, level 1. Interesting. That means there's a nest nearby. We think we could spawn a nest. That's something that later we can't really do much with them, even if we get something that would be interesting. So you can see now, we can pretty much just follow the green point there to get to the extraction point, which is going to finish the mission. This is a loose, basically template of how a lot of the missions are going to work. I'm really not showing very much of like how the controls are working. So make sure you know where your slide button is, because to move around fast when you're sprinting, if you slide and then press jump, you get the bullet jump, which is faster than walking. In addition to that, if you bullet jump and then jump again, that is also going to continue to be fast. So just make sure you kind of using that to your advantage, get used to the rhythm, because it's just going to help you get through the missions a bit faster.
Welcome back, operator.
Back in the ship then. So we've got the comms segment. Where do we put it in? Over here.
Orders patiently await.
It's been so long since we've been at the beginning. It's going to take a while before I actually know everything that I'm doing. Is this up now? No.
Is grateful.
look at the comm segment. So this has pretty cool stuff in here. You can see like all of the different Warframes, factions. You can see things like the companions. So if you want to look at all the different pets and stuff, so you can see how many things we're going to be getting. Go through all this. So this is pretty useful, just kind of in terms of knowing what's coming.
Operator may now contact black market scumbags. Contact arms dealers.
Yes. Now we're on to the next one.
Idea, Ordis.
I see we can't get into any of this
We need
yet.
to make contact with a corpus defector sympathetic to the Tenno cause. They will, of course, require compensation.
We have mods now. Can
You
we
see
use
what Ordis
mods?
is referring to, operator?
So you will have seen. Excuse me, guys. Can you shut up?
It will be freedom.
You will have seen that we got some mods as rewards in the previous mission, so we're going to have to unlock a dude to go and get that done. So let's do that. And I guess it's really on like 5 minutes. Let's make this one episode, shall we? So we can in fact repeat E Prime, but we're basically going to get nothing out of it. We might get a little bit of XP, but we can't even use any of the rewards that we'd get anyway. So let's go ahead and get this done.
Arms dealer is named
Okay, so we're in the mission.
Darvo.
Obviously,
He's being held in the prison block on the other
something
side
that I'm
of this factory
just kind of
complex.
becoming aware of. I haven't like told you guys like go left, go right, go right, go left, because these levels are procedurally generated. So yours will be slightly different to mine every time you come in. Everyone's will be a little different. We just have to follow the waypoint. That is how this goes. There are other things you can be looking for. Each of the tile sets, which is basically each of the planets, has like hidden things that you can find. Maybe we'll go over some of those later on. But a lot of the time, they're not really necessary for us. Not until we get kind of a little bit later in the game, because we need to unlock syndicates, which are like factions. Again, more on those later. But whilst it slows us down a little bit, it is going to be a good idea just to kind of defeat a few enemies here and there. We are going to want to be leveling up a little bit. We're going to be using some specific nodes later on to do that, but it's just going to be helpful. Hello. Yeah, let's get rid of this alarm then.
Don't let Vor distract you. Focus on the mission. It's our only hope of figuring out this link with him.
Oh man. That was too high, did it? Okay. I guess we need to go down here then. Oh, come on, where are we? Now, if you ever need the map to be bigger, you can press the back button. I think it is on the Xbox. Bring it up over ourselves, that's cool. Shield's down, that's not good. It's been so long since I had such a small shield. So this one here is like a co-op door. So if you have a teammate in, it's actually going to make you wait until they press the other one. But if you're on your own, it'll let you just go through. I didn't realise we already have a teammate in. Now, if this sounds the alarm, it's going to start a countdown to where the prisoner that we're trying to rescue is going to get executed, basically. So we need to get quick now. I'm messing around a bit there. Let's get through. Again, it's all kind of the same. It's going to allow you to give him a weapon. Don't ever bother doing it, because then he'll stand around and try and fight. Whereas if we just run off, he'll just basically spawn in behind us. Excuse me, let me through. So it's much better to just kind of run off and leave him, which is kind of weird, but it's just how it ends up being. Oh, I didn't need to just drop down there.
The Lotus must be desperate to send you fetching greedy fools from the corners.
Oh no, don't freeze me.
Now the Ascaris has
It's not good timing. Stop it!
to give me influence. Shall we see how your shields work?
The Ascaris is letting Vor control your shield. We must figure out how to remove it.
Yeah, really not ideal.
Damage while I try and block him.
Make it to the green, and we are out.
Mod segment now.
Okay, we now have the mod segment.
To show you how to upgrade your
Let's go
arsenal.
ahead and
May I recommend
install
fire?
this.
Operator,
Now we can improve things. Now we're not going to be able to do very much. Level 2. I don't think there's anything we can input on.
Upgrade options you have. An excellent find, operator. There are hundreds of these mods to locate. If my calculations are correct, there are exactly a lot of possibilities.
A lot of possibilities, you don't say.
Before we can continue.
Cool thing is we've already picked up a full redirection, so that can actually get dissolved. We'll talk about that in a second. So, let's talk about how this works. So each level that you bring your Warframe up, not only is its stats going to increase, it's going to get extra capacity. So we have 2 right now, as you can see. We've got these symbols. If you match the symbols, then the cost that we can see here, looks at this continuity, look, costs 2, is going to go down by half. So you can see we can use 1 point here, and the duration of our hours is going to be 3% higher. These are, by the way, as you can see here, flawed. I think they used to be called damaged mods. So these are not as effective as getting the real ones, which we'll be trying to do as we go through the game. But they are basically better than nothing. Now, probably the best one to put on right now is going to be redirection. We could use intensify. This will improve the damage of our little lightning zap. But this is going to make us a fair amount more survivable, especially since it's the full one. Well, when we get to the full one, which is going to be 40%, you can see there. So we'll keep that on for now until we get to level 4 with Volt. That's just going to make it a little bit harder for enemies to take us down. Works the same for weapons, so our Bratton here is looking a little better at level 3. Serration is basically the essential mod that goes on all rifles. There's another one that's basically the equivalent for shotguns, but that's going to be a bit later on. So I'm just going to come down here, put some basic stuff on.
Because I like you. And well, a lot of my customers don't live long with these grenade dogs.
Yeah, we don't want any more of that. We don't have Sentinel right now.
Here, use your foundry to build a countermeasure device from this blueprint. Good luck.
Already?
Vor's Ascaris is burrowing into your Warframe. I'm worried it will affect your mind. I can't lose you, Tenno. We must restore the ship's foundry immediately.
Okay, cool. So,
a nearby ore extraction colony will have...
Right, well, they've quieted down now. I've just noticed this thing is on, so it is time to spend our platinum. And there is one awesome choice for this, and it is this one right here. Don't spend your 50 platinum on anything else. That is the best 45 platinum you are going to spend in this game. Let me show you why. Because if we go into... Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? No. If you come down to, I think it's equipment, and look at slots, you'll see that for a single Warframe slot, it's 20. We get 2 in that bundle, which is all we could get anyway, which is what I was going to suggest spending this 50 platinum on. However, in addition to that, we also get a set of companion slots, and I believe a set of weapon slots. So for 5 platinum, we're getting 24 platinums worth of stuff extra, and we haven't spent any money, which is just really good. So we should definitely be doing that immediately. I don't know if this is going to last forever. It says new on it. It doesn't say limited time. So I'm assuming this is going to be something that is going to be a good idea for us. Now then, I'm going to talk about different kind of ideas for getting platinum later on. I will probably buy platinum because I want to make sure that I'm progressing quickly. But I will go through how you guys can make platinum for free. Obviously, somebody has to buy it eventually, so it is going to take trading with players if you don't want to purchase platinum yourself. But it can be bought cheaper than it says on the marketplace right now. So I wouldn't go out and buy it immediately unless you kind of already have an idea as to what you're doing. Either way, I'm going to end the episode here. In the next one, we are going to install the Foundry segment, and I'll see you all again soon.